Okay, warrior, I'll let you go, bud. That thing is slipping and sliding, pipping and hiding, dipping and dabbing. Yeah, it's coming in and out like a convict yo-yo, sure is. Mr. Warhead, yes it is, you girl, down south Caballero. Yes it is, Louie. Me and Big John Henry pulling up.
It's me, Shane, Gemini Garage, and another antenna to check out today, and kind of been wanting to look at this one for a while now, and it never made it into any of the mag mount Mania videos that I did. Not sure why. Might have been out of stock, or I might have just been in over my head with enough antennas. But this is definitely in the category of the Stryker SRA10 Wilson 1000, 5000 sized antennas. It's a magnet mount antenna. You can get this antenna in a couple different sizes. It's a 3000 watt or a 5000 watt. I believe this is the 5000 watt one, and the 5000 watt one is a little bit longer, and you can get two different bases with it, the smaller single magnet mount base or one of the larger Sirio tri or triple magnet mount bases. So this will work on either one of those, and also like the Stryker SRA10, this one lights up. It kind of has a green glow to it. I'm not real sure how I feel about antennas that light up. I don't really have a problem with the antenna lighting up. I kind of wish they would come with that feature disassembled, because I don't know, you really don't want to be the one sitting parked at a red light talking on your CB radio when the light in it's glowing green, and the trucker coming up on the light behind you has been driving all night and he's a little bit tired, and he sees this thing glowing green instead of the traffic signal. That might not work out too well, but you know, that's just anyway. I'm sure you can disconnect it, and if you can, I will do a video on that as well. So with that, like most Sirio products, it comes in a bag, so I'm going to reposition the camera here, and we'll get this thing out of the bag. Okay, so out of the bag there, this is what you got. Neat looking antenna here. I don't suppose this clear stuff's probably going to stay clear very long. I mean, with the sun outside and everything, it's probably, I would imagine, probably going to turn yellow, but maybe it's made out of some magic material that stays nice for all eternity. This is the magnet mount base here. It's the Bull Trucker 5000. There's a Bull Trucker 3000 and a Bull Trucker 5000, and other than the wattage difference, the 3000 is 4.7 feet long, and the 5000 is 5 feet 4 inches long. I don't know what I said before. Did I say that right? Yeah. The 3000 is 4.7 feet, and the 5000 is 5.4 feet. So there you go. And mine came shipped in two different packages. Here's an O-ring here for when you screw this onto the base. This has the PL 259 here, and then the 239 coming off of the magnet mount here. Pretty beefy magnet, and oh, also +1 because it comes with a. You can see it's a pretty beefy magnet there, but it comes with a kind of a rubber boot here. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that one of my pet peeves with some of these antennas is they need to come with a rubber boot to kind of help keep them from scratching the roof. So I'm going to need a couple of hands to put this boot on, so hold on a second and I'll get that on there, and I'll screw this thing on there and we'll go from there. But anyways, this is what you get. And in case I didn't mention it, also I did purchase this. I purchased this kind of as a package with an Anytone Quad 5. If I get some time, I may hook this up to that radio and kind of. I'm going to be doing a video on the radio, but just a separate antenna video for now. But I did purchase this from Eagle Antenna. They got an eBay store, a pretty cool group there. They got lots and lots of radio equipment, so check them out. Again, that's Eagle Antenna on eBay. And anyways, there you go. You got your Bull Trucker 5000. There's the 3000 and the 5000. The 3000 is 4 feet 7 inches tall, and the 5000 is 5 foot 4 inches tall. And you got a 6-inch magnet there, and 18 feet of RG58 coax. And then, like I said, you've also got that nice little rubber boot on the bottom of it there. A rubber boot, a decent decal of some kind is really kind of nice on these magnet mounts, especially something this size. And I realize you might not put something like this on, you know, a Mercedes or something, but you know, if you need to, it's nice to know you can put it on a vehicle and not have it scratch the living heck out of it, because there are lots of people that have nice cars and not just rusty pickup trucks that want to put a magnet mount antenna on. So there you go. I'm going to move my borrowed test vehicle and put it where I normally do, and put this thing on there and hook it up to the old antenna analyzer, and we'll go from there. So again, the Sirio bull trucker. All right, we got the bull trucker on top of the vehicle here, and I'm just going to step down here and go to the analyzer here, and the best I could do on it was a 1.4 right where it's at, and that's with the antenna all the way out. Now if you go up to like 385, like if you want to talk up there on sideband or whatever, it's 27.385, that's down to 1.3. So 1.3, 1.4 is about the best I could get this thing to tune to under these circumstances. Now you may have you know, a different vehicle, you may have more grounding going on, but just out of the box. And another quick note, as usual with these things, be careful with the Allen wrenches and the Allen set screws. I've never seen an Allen wrench like this one, and it's a little sloppy fitting too. I don't much like it. The whole thing is round except for like the last eighth of an inch or so of the ends, and those have a hex on them or an Allen on them, but the rest of the thing is round, which kind of sucks, because it used to be if you kind of had an Allen that was screwed up, you could kind of keep grinding it down if the end would get screwed up, but not on this thing here, and it's a little sloppy fitting too. So but that's the case with you know, a lot of these antennas. So just an FYI to use your own Allen wrenches, and maybe have some extra set screws laying around just for the heck of it. And also, just a real quick FYI, it says it gives you this kind of a sticky piece of foil stuck on this paper here, and it tells you to put it on the bottom of this. So I went ahead and took the boot back off, and I'm going to put this decal on here like it asked for, and I think that's probably just so dirt and stuff doesn't get kind of, you know, stuck up in there, but it could have some other kind of purpose too, because it is kind of a foil type of material. So put that on there. I just took took the whole sticker off and laid it flat on the box. Put this mag mount on there. Just put it on there. Oops. Just put it on there like that, and then I'm just going to trim this off of there with some scissors and put the boot back on here. So just a quick FYI on that. So, put that little sticker decal thing underneath it. That made a pretty big difference in the SWR reading. I mean, it was reading it, you know, the lowest I could get it was like 1.3, 1.4, and now it at 29.965, it's a 1.3. At 27.405, it's a 1.3, and then it's pretty much 1.2. Everywhere in between there. So that's that's a pretty good improvement there. Can't complain about that. So like I said, take some time with these antennas, and they'll work pretty good for you. Some of them will anyways. I'm not real excited about the coax this thing has on it. I wish it had a little beefier coax on it, but well, you can always put new coax on it if you want. Need to every few years anyways if you're using them. So anyways, there you go. And I got the little Washington here hooked up to a little Palomar right there. And again, that's just the antennas on that Expedition about 20 feet outside my door here. And if I keyed up, got a dead key, just about 1.2, 1.3 SWR there. So It seems to be doing pretty good on the SWR, and it's doing really good on the SWR after I put that little foil sticker on the bottom of it. That dropped down, from about 1.3, 1.4 to about 1.2. So that's important when you're running an amp. This is not how this setup's going to be, but just showing you for demonstration purposes that the SWR on the antenna is good, and it's working pretty good so far. So,
hey, what's up?
I don't know, but sure is quiet out there.
Yeah, can be. Hey, what's this thing hitting you at over there? 1, 2.
I'll give you more now. I can catch my gauge here.
Oh, geez, I have to tell him a bedtime story. 1, 2.
Well, I have to have you bedtime story, because don't forget, I got one good eye for right now.
Oh, well, I forgot about that. All right, I guess you got to pass.
Thank you.
You got it in focus now?
First thing in the morning, I got to be here at 7.
What was that? You got it in focus now? 1, 2.
I wasn't even looking. Yeah, I got to be there Thursday morning, telling the maximum pump to get one.
10, 4.
You know, the government radio sounded pretty good. Then you got a little thing to it. I didn't see how much because I can't see the numbers that good. But there's at least one full number.
Let me turn this off. I'm going to try this thing barefoot. Hold on.
Alright.
Okay, there you go. 1, 2. I realize you can't see, but I guess you can hear.
Well, that's barefoot is a lot softer for sure, but you got more swing.
Well, yeah, it would. That's a huge difference, though.
It's a big difference.
But you can still hear it okay, right?
Oh yeah, I don't bend over too far. I got it pretty good.
What's giving up? Well, I don't think they really want you to have a wallet anymore. Right. I think I missed that last part. 10-4. All this potty talk on the channel. Potty mouth, potty dog. Yeah, it seems like every time I walk out the door, it's something. It's always something stupid with an animal or something laying around or something that's, whatever. These postal delivery people, too, sometimes they throw stuff up on your patio and you don't see it for like 2 days. I missed that what? Yeah, pretty much. Right. I'll be back in a minute here.
okay, so a little bit of a demonstration there on how the light works. As you can see, it definitely has a light in it, and it's definitely bright. It definitely lights up. So I guess the question is now is can you turn that off or undo that somehow? And the question is, can you do it? I'm not sure. And now I know the Stryker SRA-10, it's kind of meant to be taken apart. I mean, you take the set screw out, you unscrew the thing from the shaft, and then you pull the lid off. This here is not really designed like that. As far as I can tell, this bottom piece right here, the center electrode is actually this post right here, and that takes a, what size is that? Looks like a 11/32 is what this post size is here. And that's basically the center electrode, and that screws down into the center of this here, and your PL259 here it screws down into there. Well, it goes the other way. That goes down into there, and then there's 4 little screws that go around here. And otherwise, this bottom's not coming off. There's a little spot right here that's like a solder pad that's soldered. So I think you're pretty much going to have to, basically you would take these 4 screws out, remove this pin here with your 11/32 socket, desolder that, and then this bottom part here, because it's a little bit loose in there. But this solder is holding it in there. So I'm sure if you unsoldered that and just pulled this off of there, then that would probably gain you access to this somehow. I'm not sure, but I don't really think that's meant to be taken apart. I think that's just, when I say meant to be taken apart, a lot of things aren't meant to be taken apart, but they're pretty easy to take apart. Not so much on this end here. With that leaves us to the top part here. And like I said, the Stryker has a set screw that you basically just take out, and then you unscrew this off of here and pull that off. I believe that is how this goes together and comes apart. However, I can't tell if there's a seal in here. I can't tell if it's glued in here. It just does not move easily. There's no set screw in here like on the Strykers. And I've tried twisting it. I've got a picture of this thing where it shows this part not on there, and it shows a threaded shaft going down through the center of this, kind of like the Stryker. But this is just sort of, it's maybe, and then there's what do you do when you're in there. I see the LEDs kind of on the bottom of this thing in here, but I don't know. You'd probably have to just cover them up with something, because I don't believe there's a light ring that you can just kind of remove from there. So this thing does not, like I said, go together or come apart like the Stryker. It seems like it's meant to be a little more permanently put together. So I'm going to mess with it a little bit here, and if I can't get this to unscrew or to, what it seems like in a reasonable way, I'm not going to mess with it, because I just don't want to break it, at least not right now while I'm still testing it. And if I did break it like that, it would definitely be my fault. But I don't see anything on the internet about anybody really disabling that or taking it apart either. So, but like I said, there is a picture of this thing disassembled, and I'll flash that up there. But as far as being able to do it without screwing this up, I'm not quite sure how. And you're definitely probably going to get some scratches or dings on this thing, because this thing is very, very slick. And you're going to have to either hold this in a vise or get real creative to put something around here that's going to be able to hold this while you twist this. And even then, it's probably going to be a little bit of a cringy moment there if you can just... it's just hard to get a hold of this thing and hold this at the same time. So let me see what I can come up with here, and I'll come back with my final conclusion on disassembling this thing and turning the light off. Okay, so after messing with this thing quite a bit and trying various ways of disassembling it, I'm pretty sure this probably comes apart sort of kind of like the Stryker, in the sense that this top part here unscrews off of a shaft that runs down the center of this thing here. But there's no set screw on here. There's no hex boss or bolster or anything to get a wrench on here. And even then, I tried putting this thing kind of around here and putting that in a vise. I thought maybe trying to twist this whole thing would maybe kind of loosen this and get it to spin. I mean, who knows? They maybe put Loctite or glue or something else in there, but it definitely isn't meant to come apart, which, I would kind of understand that. It would be nice if you could take it apart to kind of easily disable that light if you wanted to, but it is what it is. But that's kind of my opinion on the thing. If I was going to trash it or didn't like it or something, or had one to waste, I'd just clamp this thing in a vise and reef this down. And I'm sure this just unscrews off of there, but it's probably, like I said, glued or Loctited or sealed on there in some way that you're more than likely to break it or end up doing a heck of a lot of damage to it trying to get it apart. So if you want one with a light in it that you can turn the light on and off, get the Stryker SRA-10. Otherwise, this is a pretty damn good antenna for the money, and if you don't mind the green glowing light. It's pretty light, but as far as I can tell, you're pretty much stuck with it unless you're willing to get a little bit creative or a little bit destructive with this thing. So that's kind of my opinion on that. All right, well, there you go. That's hopefully that was informative and educational. That's probably about all you need to know about this thing, one way or the other. Kind of ran a little bit long in the video, longer than what I anticipated, but kind of needed to spend some time going over the disassembly of it, and can you just turn the light on and off and all that. So soaked up a little extra time. So, but otherwise, hopefully you learned everything you need to know. Hopefully you got a good idea of how it works and how bright it is from the demonstration and all that. The one thing that I could not find on this antenna anywhere, that's looking at the packaging, the instructions, any of the advertisements or ads online, is whether it's a quarter wave or a 5/8 wave antenna. I'm going to assume it's a quarter wave because most of these antennas kind of in this category and in this class are a quarter wave. But Sirio, has a tendency, and President also has a tendency to throw in 5/8 wave antennas here and there. So, gonna guess it's a quarter wave, but wouldn't swear on it. You may have to check on that, or if you want to take the whole thing apart and measure the whole thing, maybe you can tell if it's a 5/8 or quarter wave. Anyways, great antenna. Crappy Allen wrench, but that's no big deal. The set screws are halfway decent if you use a decent Allen wrench with it. The magnet's plenty big and plenty strong for it, for what it is. Yeah, you could get a tri-mag for it, but I would really only get one of those if you're, having some ground. Want to make sure you're grounded a little bit better. Otherwise, you really don't. Given the way this thing's made, I don't think you're going to knock this thing over without probably busting up the antenna. So it's a kind of a generic universal, or I guess it would be a universal Sirio mag mount. So this right here comes off, so it's pretty easy to swap the coax on it if you need to. So that's a good thing. So yeah, really can't say anything bad about it. A lot of people say, well, you need to test the antenna at a lot of different ranges and this and that, but I've done so many antennas. I've tested dozens of antennas, and I've done them all right from this area here using this equipment. So I've got a pretty good idea, based on that, what these things will do. And pretty much every antenna that I test, whether it's a tiny little one or something like this, it winds up getting compared to a base antenna that's sitting right out there too. So, and if you'll watch some of my other videos, you'll see there have been some antennas that did not work, or were clones and didn't work at all, and then some that just worked for a little while and then stopped working, aka the Wilson. That one I managed to fix it. Got a video on that too. But so I guess the point is I wouldn't say it was. Nobody's sponsoring me. Nobody's paying for any of this stuff. So this was just kind of one of those things that came with the package and the radio, and I'd kind of been wanting to do one of these antennas anyways. Like I said, I kind of wished I would have got one of these thrown in the mix in some of the earlier tests. So I did enjoy testing it, and I'm going to keep it around and play around with it a little bit more. I'm not going to put it up into the mothballs yet. So with that, if you think about it, click the like and subscribe, and hope it educated you and entertained you. And till the next video, Shane, Gemini Garage.
I missed that, what? Yeah, pretty much. Right. I'll be back in a minute here.